Hi, and welcome. So, um, a few minutes ago, I just finished beating the Resident Evil 4 remake. Yes, yes, yes. I know this is a late review of the Resident Evil 4 remake. I know a lot of people already did a review of the Resident Evil 4 remake, and now a lot of people are talking about the new Legend of Zelda game. Okay, um, but um, I'm not one of those people that when a game come out, video game come out, that and I play it, I beat it in like 3 or 4 days or a week. Okay, uh, okay. So, um, okay. So, um, I'm gonna try to do everything in this review in 20 minutes or less. My thoughts on the Resident Evil 4 remake, original version, and and my and my thoughts on the franchise, Resident Evil franchise. Okay, so before I get started, um, let me know did you play remake? Did you like it? Didn't like it? Did you play the original one? This one right here for the GameCube. Which one do you think is better, the remake or the original? Okay, and did you play any other Resident Evil game? If you did, which is your favorite Resident Evil game? Okay, so um, um, it said that Resident Evil 4 was announced in June 2022 and released on PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Windows, and Xbox Series on March 24th, 2023. It received acclaim and sold 4 million copies in the first 2 weeks, making it one of the best-selling Resident Evil games. Wow. Okay. Um. Okay. Now. It says IGN gave it 10 out of 10. The Guardian gave it 5 out of 5 stars. Okay. Um. Metacritic. PC gave it 92 out of 100. PS5 gave it 93 out of 100. Okay. Um, Resident Evil 4 garnered overwhelming critic praise for its visual enchant gameplay emphasis on action and horror. According to GameSpot, Metacritic review aggregation website gave the game a universal acclaim rating on all platforms but the PlayStation 4. Okay. Um, Resident Evil 4 sold more than 3 million copies in the first 2 days of release, sold 4 million copies in the first 2 weeks, making it one of the best-selling Resident Evil games. In Japan, it was the best-selling retail game in its first week, selling 89,652 copies on PlayStation 5 and 85,371 on PlayStation 4. Wow. Okay. Um. Yeah. Okay. Um. So. Um. Yeah. Okay. Um. Now. Um. So, um, this was a game that I was not looking forward to, okay? But I did end up a few moments ago finally beating it on easy, okay? Um, I'm gonna tell you why. I was not looking forward to it, but Resident Evil 4, the original one, is one of my favorite games of all time. Okay? Uh, uh, I did a video telling y'all like what my 5 favorite video game franchise. Resident Evil was up there, and one of my favorite video game franchise. Okay? But I have not played all the Resident Evil games. I played some of them. Like I think the only 2 that I beat all the way through is 4 and 5. Okay. Um, um, okay. Um, I remember when I was little. When I was little, um, my cousin was playing dead. Okay, and I would go over to his house and watch him play Resident Evil 4. Okay. Um, Now I'm more a Resident Evil fan than he is. Okay, or I should say, bigger Resident Evil fan. Okay. Um, Now, um, Resident, so I grew up playing Resident Evil 4, okay, and then I played a little bit. I played Resident Evil 5 on my Xbox 360 back in the day when I had my Xbox 360 and got the Ring of Death, and I took it to Best Buy and see if the Geek Squad can fix it, okay, and I beat Resident Evil 5 on my Xbox 360, okay? And and then I remember 1 or 2 times I tried to play and check out Resident Evil 6 on Xbox 360. Okay, I still have it right here. And I remember I just turned it on because it was horrible, boring. Didn't feel like a Resident Evil game. Okay. Um, um, I don't have my Resident Evil 5 no more for Xbox 360 because it broke like the dick did. Okay, I think like the middle of it. And then like a couple years ago, like a year or 2 ago, I bought this. Okay, come with 5, 6, so 4, 5, and 6. Okay, and um um I beat um Resident Evil 4 on the Nintendo Switch. I believe like 2 times. One on normal and one on professional. And I never beat Resident Evil 4 professional before in my whole life. Okay. And I finally got the laser gun. And I beat Resident Evil 5 1 time on Nintendo Switch. And I'm trying to get the Gauntlet gun. Okay, I think you get that in Resident Evil 5. You know, the crit carries, okay? In Resident Evil 4, even though I have the laser gun, I still want to get the Infinite Rocket Launcher and the Chicago Top Fire. The hardest part that was for me in the professional was running away from the moving statue. You know, you fall and you gotta put A or something. Okay? And I couldn't beat it. I had to give it to my brother, my big brother, and he beat it for me. Okay? Um, Ready with it. Um, I beat like part of it or halfway through or something like that. And uh, so, so wherever, like a year or two ago, that I played Resident Evil 6, I left off. It's still there on that level, wherever I left off. It's still there. So I'm gonna eventually go back in the future and fit being Resident Evil 6. Okay. Right now, I'm just looking forward to Pikmin 4. Okay. I'm a big Pikmin fan. Okay. Um, okay. Um, so the only two Resident Evil games that I, I beat all the way through is 4 and 5. Okay. I played part of it and part of 1. I, I beat halfway 1. Okay. Um, I bought it a couple years ago and I followed the guy walkthrough a YouTube video of the guy walkthrough. It took him like 6 hours. Okay, and to me, Resident Evil 1 is like the hardest. Unless you play Resident Evil 4, either the original or the remake on professional. But to me, they did pretty hard. Cause you know, it's hard. Um, like save it if you don't have no ink ribbon or anything. And and I keep going back in the same room over and over, or get lost. So um, so so I'm glad that I saved that guy video. Hopefully I still have it on my phone, saved somewhere. So in the future I'll go back and um, uh, beating beating the game. I'm like halfway through it, and yeah, cause there for a while, like a year or two ago, I was really into it and watching that guy uh, play through, walk through, we're gonna call it, and I would do everything he does. Okay, cause there, cause before that there was time in the past where I would play the game and I would get lost. I didn't know what to do. Um, okay. Um, I never played uh, 2 or 3, and I never played uh, uh, Resident Evil 2 or 3, and I never played any other Resident Evil game after 6. Okay, and uh, and I did, like I said, I did grew up playing Resident Evil 4 on my um, GameCube. Okay, and imagine this Resident Evil 4 is a lot of people's favorite Resident Evil game. It's really awesome. So I imagine that's why Resident Evil 4 Remake sold a lot of copies. Okay. Um, so I just beat it a few minutes ago, or like an hour ago on ED. Cause okay. So the reason why I said a while ago that I wasn't looking forward to it, I wasn't expecting to play it. The reason why, because I didn't have a PlayStation 5. Okay. Uh, okay. Um, and the only PlayStation I have is like the PlayStation 2. Okay. And the only thing I play on my PlayStation 2 is like my old PlayStation 1 game. Yeah, I can still play PlayStation 1 game on my PlayStation 2. That's cool. And also I play my Ratchet and Clank game. Wow. Yeah. Ratchet and Clank is one of my favorite video game franchise, along with the Resident Evil franchise. Okay. Um, but the way how I got to play Resident Evil 4 Remake is my big brother um, bought a PlayStation 5 and um, he bought a PlayStation 5. My big brother did, and um, he let me um, start my own level on one of the save files. Okay, and okay, so he beat it. I would say like maybe like a month ago, and then like a month later, I beat it. Okay, um, okay, um, now um, I would say, and then before he bought it and he hooked up his PlayStation, there was a demo, and the demo was like professional of the village, and I played it a couple times and before he bought it or downloaded it, whatever, and man, I kept dying from the chainsaw guy. I mean, like this was really hard, and then he played a couple times before he downloaded it and bought it. Man, it was hard. That's why I went with easy. Okay. Um, but I did beat Resident Evil 4 on professional like a month ago on the Nintendo Switch, and I got the laser gun. Okay. And the hardest part of it was running away from the statue that chasing you. Okay. Um, the hardest part in the remake for me was the light, operating the light in the church right before you get accident. Okay, and I had to look it up and like do it, do do exactly the exact same thing in a YouTube video. Okay, it took me forever. Okay, um 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 my favorite thing in the remake is I like it that when you're fighting somebody, you fighting a zombie, you can stab them with your knife, okay? And also, I like it that you can upgrade your knife at the merchant, okay? Um, okay? And also, I like it um, that you can make ammo, like you get gunpowder, and you can make uh, rifle ammo, handgun ammo, machine gun ammo, so on and so forth. You can make ammo. Okay, so those are probably like my favorite thing with remake. Uh, upgrading your knife. Uh, uh, when you're fighting a zombie, you can take the knife and stab them in the head. Okay. Um. Okay. Um. Okay. Um. But to me, it does feel like a new game. The a lot of stuff is changed and different. I do like the pig monster with the machine gun arm or whatever. That's cool. Um, but I do prefer this. Okay. Um, in this one right here, I still have the memory card that beat this so many times. This I probably like 4 or 5 times, or even more on the GameCube version. Okay. And I still have all the save files on it. Okay. Um, so I only beat the Nintendo Switch version like 2 times, and then the GameCube version like a lot of times. Okay, and I still got the memory card paying for it. Okay. Um, um, like some of the stuff that they took out, I believe was like when you're on the edge, or like remember in the original, okay, put F or put A or something to took that out. Okay, um, I believe that in the remake they took out the mercenary in the cave, and that was one of my favorite mercenary. You remember after you fight the monster, the lake monster, then you can be able to go to the mercenary in the cave that was in there. And then there was a boat in the lake, and in the middle of the lake, and you can get a rocket launcher, I believe, in the original one, but in the remake, you get where the R9 or whatever, the one that lured, the handgun that lured you, okay, um, and then in the cabin with Lewis, in the remake, you put the like plywood lumber on the okay, with the keep the zombies out, okay. Um, okay. And then sometimes when you kill the snake in the remake, you get Viper, snake skin, and uh, um, um, it can heal you just a little bit. I just mainly when I was playing it, I just sell them, and mainly the thing that I upgraded the most was the knife. I like it. That was my favorite thing in the remake. When you were fighting the zombie, you struggling, it would say press R1 or whatever, and or, and stab the zombie in the head. Okay, you couldn't do that in the original. Okay, um, um, if you go to the mercenary, then this part I never did. Um, but in the remake, it'll say, oh, if you have so many like yellow herbs, you can trade for death, or if you have so many pink sparrow, trade for death. It'll tell you how many of so many items you need, or trade for big gun, or big item, or so on and so forth from the merchant. Okay, and the merchant, he talked different, say some different things that he didn't say in the original. Okay. Um. So. Uh. Um. Dabbler. Um. I would say he's a little different the way he looked at the end in the remake than he did in the original. I like it at the end that they extended the end thing at the end instead of just going off with Leon and Ashley. And then after in the original, it's just showing Leon and Ashley driving on in the motorboat. And the remake showed Leon. I mean, after it showed Leon and Ashley talking and then driving on, then it showed uh, Ada talking to okay, talking, okay, to Wesker, okay. So yeah, I like the remake, but it's not quite as good as the original, okay. Uh, you can't uh, beat you can't beat uh, the original, okay. Every once in a while, a um, a remake will come along and overtake the original, whether it be a movie, music, TV shows, video game, okay. Um, but I still have fun playing this. I still have fun knifing the zombie, upgrading my knife, okay. Um, so, yeah. Um, um, and I did watch, in the past, watch a couple of the movies and thought they were some of the worst movie ever. I'm like, yeah. I asked myself, how can you have a good, um, some good video game, but not make a good movie? Yeah, that'll be for another uh, video. Um, yeah. So if you haven't played the remake, but you played the original and you were a big fan of it, I highly recommend it. Uh, okay. So the final question is, do you think they should remake Resident Evil 5? If they did, I would probably play it. But but in my opinion, I don't think everything needs to be a remake or a reboot. Hey, come up with something original. Okay. Cause nowadays we live in a society where everything is remake or reboot. Nothing is original. Okay. So that's it. And thank you for watching. Until next time. Thanks.